Guys, welcome to YouTube channel Foundation JEE. Today's lecture is on reflection of light, which is first chapter of class 10 physics. In this lecture, we will see the laws of reflection and how the concept of reflection of light came into picture, and see the image formation by plane mirror and various terminology used in a spherical mirror like pole, center of curvature, focus, focal length, radius of curvature, and also see the two types of a spherical mirror, convex and concave mirror, in more detail. So guys, now time to see reflection of light. Reflection of light. Okay, so guys, when you entered in a dark room or there is no any light available in that room, then what's happened, you could not see any object inside the room. When you on the bulb and now light is emitting, then what's happened, the light strikes on the object, and again the reflected light from object enters your eye, then you are able to see the object in room again. So here from the concept of light, reflection came into picture. Okay, now the thing is that you have heard about that the light shows the dual property. Dual property means what? It will show as a wave and as well as a particle. Okay, so first of all, you know what does mean by a wave. Okay, suppose any disturbance happening in the universe, and this disturbance happen far away from you and reaches to you. Okay, then without the transporting of the medium, the vibration comes to you. This vibration is known as wave. Okay, now so in case of the light, light is a non mechanical wave. Okay, why? Because guys, for the traveling of light, suppose you can consider a sun is emitting a light, and on earth light is coming. Okay, so it can travel in vacuum. Okay, so it is known as non-mechanical wave. Okay, in case of sound, what's happened, you can only hear the sound on earth because the air particles are present, so the sound wave propagate one place to another place. Okay, if the two peoples are on moon surface, and if they are talking to each other, and they can listen each other, no, why? Because the air particles are not available. So sound wave is a mechanical wave. Okay guys, now so the second property of light is a particle. Okay, suppose this one is a metal. Okay, or ray of light here strike on this metal. Okay, so what's happened, some of the electron emitted from this one. Okay, so this process or effect is called photoelectric effect. Okay, so in this case we assume light is a like a pocket of energy, or we can say it is a photon energy. Okay, so you can easily say light has a dual characteristic. Okay guys, now so guys, which medium the light could travel? Okay, so if the medium is transparent, okay, so light can easily travel one place to another place, means destination to source. So we can say air, vacuum and clear water. Okay, see, I am using the clear water, means there is no any suspended particle in it. Okay, now the other medium is opaque medium. Okay, in which light cannot travel. Okay, suppose here is a one obstacle here. Now light is emitting here. Okay, so light cannot pass this block, okay, to here. Okay, so light cannot reach here. So such type of medium in which light cannot be travel is known as opaque medium. The other medium is known as translucent medium, in which light can partially travel. So what is that medium? Suppose if you send a light through a wire, okay, then it can travel partially. Okay, suppose this one is a jar. Okay, now suppose here light is striking here. So could you see in bottom if any object is here? No. Why? Because suppose light is coming here and there is a suspended particle, so light scattered, means scattering means light is moving in different direction when it strike to a particle. Okay, so this process is known as scattering. Okay, now velocity of light is too much high, so you remember that it wavelength is 1/1000, okay, of centimeter. Okay, so wavelength is very low in comparison to which audible frequency of sound. Okay, it could be in centimeter or in meter, because velocity of sound is very less in compared to light. You know the approximate velocity of light in vacuum is 3 lakh kilometer per second. However, the velocity of sound in air is only 332 meter per second. Next we will see law of reflection of light. Okay, see, so guys, suppose this one is a smooth surface, okay, or ray of light is striking here and again it is reflected back. Okay, so if you draw a normal, means a line which is perpendicular to this surface or making an angle of 90°, so it is known as a normal to the surface. Okay, so what's happened guys, this ray of light which is striking on this surface is known as incident ray, or this one is known as a reflected ray. Okay, now this angle is I and this angle is R, then this angle I and angle R must be same. And other concept you must remember, this point, suppose this is O, then the incident ray, the point, the reflected ray and this normal all are in same plane. Okay, now see, this one is a one plane. Okay, now suppose it is projected out from this one if a one ray, then we cannot say this is in one plane. Okay, see now this one is on this palm, so we can say it is on this plane. Okay, if now it is projected like this one, we cannot, this is on this plane. Okay, now so again guys, also you know what's happen in case of a ray of light when it strike on the curved surface. Okay, so all time when you draw a tangent, means a point which is like this one, or when you make a normal to this point, then it must pass through the center of curvature of this partial curved surface. Okay, suppose a light is striking like this one, and again it will reflected back, and if you will draw this one, this angle I and this R must be same. Okay, so in curved surface, how could you draw this reflection of light? You make a tangent. What is the slope at that curve at that point? Okay, and when you make a normal, then it must passes through the center of curvature. Okay, what does mean by guys this one? Suppose this one is a part. Okay, so this one is a curved part. Suppose if you will make a whole part. Okay, so what's happened, this becomes a circle. Now see, this one is a now center of curvature of this one. Okay, now see, this is tangent. Now if you will draw a normal to this one, make an angle 90 degree, then it passed through the center of curvature of that curve. Okay, now you omit this. Okay, see, the figure will be like this. Okay, now guys, other thing that about the mirror. Okay, so what is a mirror? Okay, so mirror is made from the two process. One is a polished face, other face is a coating face. Okay, like see, the this one is a plain mirror. Okay, see, this one is a coating part. Okay, and this one is a polished part. Okay, polishing means what? We are removing the scratches. Okay, and particles which are on the surface, or then we smooth it. Okay, our coating of silver or aluminum here, so that when ray of light strike here, then it will totally reflected. Okay, suppose that there is no silvering. Okay, then what's happened, the light will strike here and passes through it, and the image formation will be not happen. Okay, so guys, have you heard about this thing, that the plane mirror is making a virtual image? Why we say? Okay, for making any image in a mirror, you need a two ray of light. Suppose this one is a mirror, or this one is a coating part. Okay, it may be a silver or aluminum. Okay, coating. So what's happened, suppose here is a object. Now ray of light strikes here. Okay, then again it will reflected back. Okay, now suppose other ray of light here. Now again it is reflected back. Now this angle is I, or this angle is R. Okay, so what's happened, if you make this like this one virtual, or you extended this one reflected like this one, so you see these two ray of light cut at this point. Suppose this one is A dash, so what you say, the two ray of lights are not intersecting each other actually. Okay, what we are here doing, we are virtually extended the rays, then it cut at point A dash. So here the image formation is happening. Okay, suppose here is your eye. Okay, so you can see that image is here. Okay, so this one is known as a virtual image. Why? Because rays of light don't intersect in real. Okay, so we cannot make a image on a screen when the image is virtual. Okay, now the other word or terminology you heard about a erected. Okay, suppose a person is here standing. Okay, now its image is now formed here. Okay, so what's happened if the top and bottom are same, then we can say the image formation by this mirror is erected. Okay, now next one we see about the curved mirror. Curved mirror is also known as a spherical mirror. Okay, so first of all you know how the curved mirror being formed. Okay, so suppose this one is a full sphere of glass. Okay, now you cut it from this point, so now it divided into two parts. Take a smaller one. Okay, then the center of this curved part is known as pole. Okay, so in books it is represented like this one. Now the center point of this area is known as pole. Okay, and the center of this full sphere is here, suppose, then it is known as center of curvature. Okay, now the CP length is known as radius of curvature of mirror. Now, guys, a straight line passing between the 2 points C and P, which is center of curvature and pole, is known as principal axis, and this axis divides the spherical mirror into equal parts. A spherical mirror is symmetrical about the principal axis. Guys, one other important thing. Now see, here is a one circular area. Okay, or boundary. So it must have some diameter. So it has a name, aperture in mirror. Okay, so it is represented like this one. So distance from, suppose this one is A and B, so diameter AB is known as aperture of the spherical mirror. Okay, now the aperture size is very small in compared to the radius of curvature of the spherical mirror. Okay, now guys, on the basis of polishing and coating, the spherical mirror is divided into two categories. First one is a concave mirror and second one is a convex mirror. Okay, so suppose this one is a curved part of the mirror. Okay, now this one is a pole or this one is a center of curvature. Now if the coating on the bulge part, then this is known as a concave mirror. Now suppose guys, this one curved part of the spherical mirror, now coating is inward side. Okay, so this one is known as a convex mirror. Okay, now concave mirror is also known as a converging mirror. How? So suppose this one is a principal axis and ray of light are coming from infinite and traveling parallel to principal axis. Okay, now like this. Now suppose they are passing from this point on the principal axis, then this point here F is known as focus of the mirror and FP is known as focal length. It is represented by a small f. There is a relationship between the radius of curvature. If suppose this CP length is r, then this f must be r by 2 for a small aperture, okay, of the mirror. Okay, now so here what you see, a ray of lights are meeting at a one point, that's why this is known as a converging mirror. Now what's happened in case of a convex mirror, when ray of lights falling from infinity like this one, so this will reflected like this. Okay, so if we extended in that direction, or it seems to be coming from this point F. Okay, so what's happened guys, so when you see this F point, then you see that lights are going out from this point. So guys, that's why such mirror, convex mirror, is also known as diverging mirror. Okay guys, the concave mirror makes the real and virtual images both depending upon object distance from the pole. However, the convex mirror always make a virtual image which is erected. Okay, so guys, how the image formation is being done in mirror with various object distance from pole, we will discuss in next lecture, and we also discuss this spherical mirror formula 1 by v plus 1 by u equal to 1 by f, where v is of image distance from pole and u is object distance from pole, f is the focal length of mirror, and also discuss what sign we consider while solving the problem. So hope guys, now the concept of reflection of light little bit clear to you guys. if you think this lecture is informative for you and others, so please like and subscribe and share your friends and family so they also get benefit from this YouTube channel, Foundation JEE channel. So thanks for watching and listening this lecture. Have a nice day. Thank you.